Hello, I'm Max and welcome back to FX Axe. Right then, TeleTrade. And as if I could not delve into a theme of everyone's favourite fat, furry LSD horror trip from the late 90s, the Teletubbies. Well, my first encounter with the TeleTrade's website was a bit like stumbling across a rerun on a bleak and bleary Sunday morning. At first it looks cheerful enough. Bright colours, simple menus and a promise of fun, or in this case trading. But scratch beneath the surface and you're not sure whether you've landed in the magical hills with Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala and Po, or somewhere a bit more, well, new, suspicious. Which in hindsight was a very questionable hoover. So, is TeleTrade a sunny baby kind of broker, or one that leaves you waving bye bye before you've even started? Let's go pillar by pillar. Timestamps are available below. So let's look, as ever, at safety and deposits and withdrawals. Opening an account with TeleTrade is straightforward. It took me just a few minutes to fill out a simple online form. Interestingly, you can start trading and even deposit via crypto without completing full KYC. Like the eponymous tubby custard machine, TeleTrade's funding options are functional but a little messy. You can top up with bank wires, debit credit cards, or even crypto, which to be fair is a nice touch. Deposits were straightforward in my test, and withdrawals did arrive, but not as quickly as the same-day service you'll find with stronger brokers. Other traders have reported delays, particularly with crypto, which suggests the custard pipes the occasional clog. And then there's the bigger issue, regulation. TeleTrade is only registered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which offers about as much investor protection as Poe's scooter helmet. No compensation schemes, no guaranteed segregation of funds, and no written enforcement. Our verdict, 5.5 out of 10. You can fill the tubby custard bowl, but don't expect much if it spills. So fees and transparency. Now, here's where things get a bit la-la. On the one hand, spreads on the ECN and the NDD accounts can be tight, under a pip on euros and USD at times, and leverage goes up to 1 to 500, or frankly, a silly 1 to 1000 on cent accounts. On the other hand, the portal is dated, the information scattered, and the bonus style incentives creep in through VIP programs and funded account challenges. That mix of, ooh, shiny, and wait, what's actually going on here, is classic offshore broker behaviour. Transparency is there if you look, but it doesn't feel central to how TeleTrade operates. Our verdicts, it's a 6. Some fair pricing options, but the way it's presented feels more dipsy than disciplined. Platform and asset range. This is one of the stronger areas. TeleTrade runs both MT4 and MT5, which remain the Teletubby hills of trading platforms. Familiar, reliable, and widely loved. Execution in my testing was stable, and spreads aligned with what they advertise. They also embed a web-based MT4 terminal in the portal, which works fine for quick access, plus mobile apps for trading on the go. What's missing is any kind of proprietary platform or innovation. It's just MT4 and MT5, which is fine, but it's hardly cutting edge. Our verdict, it's a 7. You won't get lost in the hills, but you won't discover anything magical either. Customer service. Well, this part was very Teletubby-ish in its inconsistency. The first time I opened live chat, no answer, just empty hills. Didn't have eyes, but still empty. The second time I was connected within minutes and got polite, if vague responses. Email replies came back within a day, so not bad, but nothing personal or reassuring. Unlike top tier brokers where you're welcomed with a dedicated account manager, you're here left to wander about like Poe, looking again for her scooter. Functional, yes. Inspiring, not really. We've given that a 5.5. Sometimes Tinky Winky turns up, and sometimes you're left with new. Let's look at the unique selling points. TeleTrade does try to sprinkle in some extras. There's copy trading, a funding account challenge, and even a VIP rewards program. Sounds exciting until you read the small print. The funded challenge is tough, success rates are low, and the VIP program mostly encourages overtrading. Their education and analysis resources are thin and outsourced, more filler than substance. It's all very baby sun in the sky. It looks cheerful, but it doesn't actually do anything. We can only give that a 5 out of 10. Plenty of extras named, but few with real substance. So to our final verdict. So, is TeleTrade eh-oh or uh-oh? To me, this broker feels like watching Teletubbies as an adult. It technically works, but it's dated, clunky, and you can't help wondering who it's really for. The positives are there. Flexible leverage, no minimum deposit, crypto funding, and spreads that can be competitive. But weak regulation, outdated design, and a general lack of polish make it hard to recommend for anyone serious about long-term trading. If you're dipping your toes in with a cent account and $10 in crypto, maybe it works. But if you want safety, transparency, and strong support, you're better off heading to a broker that's more 2025 and less 1997. Our overall score, 5.8 out of 10. Again, more uh-oh than eh-oh. I'm not sure that's the right intonation, but it's the best I can do. From FXax, I'm Max. See you next time at the hosel end.